The usual suspect and the unusual suspect, the scorers in the first half. The one man who will be hurting, of course, is Cristiano Ronaldo. He will want to score and get his name up in lights. He has them 4 times in the last 6 matches against Barcelona, but he's not really had too much of a sight of goal. I like the way they were naming the referee at the start of the second half, Senor Hernandez. He's got the toughest job in the world for 90 minutes this evening.
Well, it could be argued they should have sent Casemiro off for the second challenge. It's definitely a bookable offence, Rob, but I think he's walking a very thin tightrope at the moment as Jordi Alba pushes forward.
Well, he bumps into Luka Modric, who can never be described as a hard man. We mentioned him before, how Modric has really impressed this season. Back in 2012, when he signed for Real Madrid, he was voted their worst signing of the summer by Marca, the daily sports paper. Now they laud him. Piqué to Lionel Messi. Oh, slips past Ramos and Casemiro. Carvajal. Now, Asensio. The replacement for Gareth Bale. Asensio continues the run. Benzema on the outside. Oh, Benzema can't get there, but that was because just a step of him ahead of him was Gerard Piqué. That was a brilliant run, and that was top-class defending.
Wonderful defending. How do we put out 2 at the far post, one of them Ronaldo. Look at this run from Marco Asensio, the young Mallorcan striker. He gets forward. Great ball in. That's great defending from Piqué. Piqué has to get that one right. Look at that. Tap in for Benzema or Ronaldo.
Toni Kroos with the corner. Suarez with a header. Messi as well. Not bad is it having those two in your defence. Carvajal tries to delay things to allow, of all people, Sergio Ramos to check himself onside. Nice turn from Dani Carvajal. Modric. Carvajal. Fullback to fullback. Marcelo. He's had an excellent week, and we know what he can do as he dances with Rakitic. And a swinger from Kroos. And another important save from Ter Stegen.
Well, he knows all about Toni Kroos, doesn't he? That's a super strike. And he's made 3 or 4 very important stops. This one, right hand. That's just creeping inside the post. Good save.
Marcelo teases it in. Knocked on again by Busquets. Same format as the first half.
Yeah,
it's Real Madrid who come out of the traps quickly.
Yeah, and they put pressure on the opposition and get people pushing forward. They want to get the next goal.
Casemiro. Umtiti's interception. Just enough to divert it away.
Well, it's a difficult one for Umtiti to deal with because he can't afford to let it go across. This is a strike from Toni Kroos.
You saw it late.
Well, Piqué was in the way. That's an excellent save. That's gone inside the post, Rob.
Marcelo. Kroos. Oh, just over the head of Cristiano Ronaldo, who does have the greatest springing football.
Well, there was 2 of them at the far. Sergio Ramos was one and Ronaldo was the other. And had the ball been lower, one of the 2 of them would have put it in. Taken quickly, lovely little short corner, changed it. There it is. Ramos and Ronaldo, both of them at the far post. And I think Ramos is saying he was pushed. Not enough for me there.
A little cuddle, didn't he, from his Spanish teammate Busquets?
Yeah, I think so.
There is Busquets. Rattled by Benzema.
Well, he's making a bit of a meal of it, Busquets, isn't he?
That's one of those eye-watering injuries, Jerry.
Yeah. Catches the back of his leg, definitely catches the back of his leg.
supporters getting behind Cristiano Ronaldo. He scored a hat-trick in midweek, but at times one or two supporters supposedly whistling, which is quite unbelievable given what he's done for the club. Well, it's a brilliant ball from Iniesta. Jordi Alba, you're right. Jerry was raising his arm, you couldn't see that in TV land. It was in unison with that man there.
I know they don't put the flag up until they're actually touching the ball, and you can see there he's offside, Rob. Senor Hernandez is asking it to be retaken. It's been taken too quickly.
He's the man who had the unfortunate headlines earlier in the season when Barcelona dropped points against Real Betis. A goal that wasn't given. It's gone down in history as the ghost goal.
That wasn't his fault, Robin. It's down to the linesman for me, and it was 2 feet over the line that did the game. I can't blame the referee. As I say, the linesman was the one who was in the right position to give the decision and didn't give it. Marco Asensio losing possession.
Ter Stegen plays a dangerous game. That's the game you have to play if you're a Barcelona goalkeeper. That's Victor Valdez or Claudio Bravo. Asensio. Toni Kroos.
Too far. Asking too much of him there. But I was saying Asensio, when he gave the ball away, he chased it all the way back to Ter Stegen. Look at that.
What a dreadful clearance by Ter Stegen, puts the pressure back on his team. Benzema and Ronaldo. Benzema, brilliant run from the Frenchman. And it was Sergio Roberto digging in. Busquets. That midfield is no place for the faint-hearted.
Well, again, Sergio Ramos is asking the question. He doesn't want to get booked for talking back to the referee, but was it a free kick? Because it looked like Busquets had lost possession, and that's the argument. Zinedine Zidane said that in the first half, and he's given it away. There's no challenge, he's already gone down. That's my argument as well. You can't give a free kick if it's not there.
Well, he rolled out of the challenge, Busquets. I think he knew what was coming. Well, the Barcelona supporters, the diehards, will claim that Casemiro should have gone off. But imagine that most neutrals, Jerry, though, are going to say that it's better to have 11 aside.
I know, Rob, but I'm not being funny. This is a huge game for Barcelona, and it should have been 2 yellow cards. You can't change that. I think the referee's got it wrong.
Sergio Roberto. Here's Kroos. Casemiro. Marcelo makes an excellent run. Benzema's in there. Oh, what a save by Ter Stegen. Cutting reflexes from the German.
Yeah, pure reflexes, Rob. You're spot on. He can't believe it. Karim Benzema cannot believe it. What a great run from Marcelo. Onside, good ball in. He sees the run, puts it in. Glancing header, what? Left foot, just spreads himself. You know, jumping jack's the star, and he spreads himself really well. Brilliant save.
Toni Kroos. Once again, Suarez who's stationed there. Carvajal. He's somewhat of a folk hero in these parts, Danny Carvajal.
Well, we'd like him to score for historic reasons and statistic reasons.
Well, he's the only player who hasn't scored in La Liga for Real Madrid this season. 19 players have. Cheers point to him on the... They would create a record.
Yeah, I was talking about their bench as well, Rob. 44 goals they've scored on the bench, and that's more than 7 La Liga clubs this season. That's the bench of Real Madrid, with Morata and Co and Isco, and oh, it's hit the heel of Benzema.
Piqué. Busquets. Messi. Alba. Andres Iniesta. They've kept him fresh since Christmas. Iniesta hasn't played back-to-back games starting since January. He's only started 8 out of the last 23 games.
Yeah, I'm not sure he can do 90 minutes now, Rob. I think you're right. Good anticipation, Marcelo. Excellent anticipation there.
I mean this in the nicest possible way about Iniesta. He's strolling around midfield. He's intelligently conserving energy.
Yep. Well, that's a super play.
Well, that was perfection,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was the perfect cross. It was the excellent glancing header from Benzema, and it was a world-class save from
Tonight, he's kept Barcelona in the game.
Rakitic. Jordi Alba. Rakitic touch. Alcacer's big chance! And Keylor Navas to Real Madrid's rescue.
What a chance.
You can't blink in this game. Iniesta. Messi.
Oh, no, that's a good tackle. This is the pressure they put on the referee now. Watch this one, Rob. And Marcelo knows, everybody knows what is going on.
The referee gave an interview this week where he said he hopes that he minimises his mistakes.
Well, have a look at that chance.
That was the first big mistake he's made.
Perfect chance. This is the opportunity. Lovely little touch. Falls into the path of Alcácer, and he toe pokes it and should have scored. But you're right. Keylor Navas, right foot, makes the save. Well, there's plenty of intrigue in this match. There's lots to talk about. We try and stay as impartial as possible, but I think Casemiro should have been sent off for the second challenge, but that wasn't a free kick, that wasn't a foul. There's Rakitic over the ball with Messi.
It is Messi. It's un-Messi-like.
He knows that. He knows he can do better. Looking at a bit of activity on the bench there, Rob, as we looked at this opportunity again. I think he should have done better on that, for me.
He rushed it in the
he did. That's a rush of blood, panic, and getting an opportunity like that, maybe to win the match. And
Rakitic, Busquets, Messi. Suarez makes an angle for him into the stride of Suarez.
First touch off. Great run, good ball from Messi. First touch let him down. Well, mistakes being made at both ends now, getting sloppy again. And I'm looking at Mascherano, who's being asked to sort of warm up. I don't know if they're going to bring him on, Rob, but
well, the onus is on Barcelona to win the game. It wouldn't be too damaging for Real Madrid a point. It would keep the gap to 3, and they would have the extra game. And of course, it comes down to the head-to-heads possibly at the end of the season. Long way to go yet, though. Suarez. The defending Carvajal, corner Barcelona.
Yeah. Well, this is the run, and watch him, he's just level. First touch is heavy. And the keeper's out quick, and Luis Enrique knows he needed a better first touch there. Corner kick though. PK's come up, Umtini's come up.
Everybody back for Real Madrid. Oh, tremendous save. It's Piqué who threw himself at it, and Navas who makes his second stunning save of the second half. Wow. Bernabeu was stunned by that.
Oh, let's have a look at this. That's a bullet header. Brilliant reflexes once again. Both the goalkeepers now showing top class saves. Super reflexes.
Keylor Navas' future is always under scrutiny with David De Gea regularly linked with Real Madrid. They've got to sign the Galactico at some point, and he's the one that the press believe may be coming. Remember, Keylor Navas almost went to Manchester United a couple of transfer windows ago. Had it not been for a faulty fax machine, they would have done the swap. He is one acrobatic goalkeeper. Cross. Carvajal. He gets the cross in. Ter Stegen is there.
Very reliable goalkeeper, Ter Stegen. Oh, this is another angle. Bullet header. Top drawer header from Piqué. You can't believe he hasn't scored. Small margins, Rob, in games like this.
Piercing whistles for me. Real Madrid supporters. Iniesta. Sergio Roberto. Mascherano down on the touchline, and Andre Gomez have been.
Gomez is the other one.
Both been told to go through their stretching routine.
Well, if you're looking for to win the match, I would think, would they not have Arda Turan, who's he not anywhere near match fit? But if he's not, he shouldn't be on the court. He shouldn't be. He'll be on the bench. But
Real Madrid have counted that down below by asking Kovacic to prepare to come on. Maybe a game of tactical chess going on between the two managers.
Well, Real Madrid are giving the ball away too cheaply at the moment. They're looking very vulnerable, I think. An opportunity now for Barcelona to force home an advantage. And they're looking a little bit tired too. Mistakes being made by both sets of players. Tough schedule, April. Champions League games, home and away. And 7 La Liga fixtures in 28 days. That's a foul. A late challenge there as well. After the whistle had gone.
Dani Carvajal is very upset with Luis Suarez. He's clearly not accepting his apology.
Well, somebody's ripped the shirt off Luis Suarez. That's his argument. He said he's been pulling the shirt off, mate. The referee having a word with both of them.
Good to see that, isn't it? The referee calmed it down and they settled it with a handshake.
Well, he's had a wee bit of a kick out afterwards, though. That's what he has to be careful with.
Petulant between the pair, wasn't it?
Oh, that's a chance.
Offside.
Wow. Have a look at this again, Rob. He's trying to step up. They're taking real gambles, and Marco Asensio's trying to beat the offside trap, and he came very close there.
There's Carvajal. Nice darting left and right. Supporting man is Modric. Modric back to Carvajal. Carvajal. Well, he run into the maze.
That's why he hasn't scored a league goal this season, Rob. His touch let him down. Rush of blood. Here's Marcelo.
Marcelo gets around. Rakitic, good cross in. Emergency action taken by Alba.
Super defending. That's a really good ball from Marcelo. Jordi Alba does brilliant. There's Cristiano Ronaldo poaching at the far post. Watch this play. He just goes round the back of Jordi Alba, and he knows he has to get a touch on it, or Ronaldo's in. Have a look at that, Arsenio. Yeah. When the ball was played, he was onside. It's another one of those decisions, and they're taking risks.
Rose's corner. It's a recurring theme that Suarez keeps winning those headers. Modric. Cruz. Marcelo. He's going to have to go backwards to go forwards. Not really in his nature. He's Brazilian. He's Brazilian.
He is Brazilian, but he got away with that one. Paco Alcácer nearly picked his pocket. Here we go.
Modric. Ronaldo was the intended target. Piqué. Sergio Roberto. Marcelo puts the pressure on his keeper, Keylor Navas, and he takes out the insurance policy. No risk.
No risk is right, Rob. He's done the right thing.
Rakitic. Umtiti. Iniesta. Now Rakitic. A wasteful cross. Iniesta to Messi. And now's Casemiro and Lionel Messi, isn't it? Times Tiger in the house. Messi. Ramos to Casemiro.
That's
He's
clever
certainly
play.
been a prominent player in this game.
Wow, that's clever play. He got a touch on it and it waited for the challenge from Paco Alcácer and goes down. Oh, super play, Marcelo.
To Kroos. Brilliant ball for Toni Kroos. Asensio digs it in. Ronaldo!
Oh.
We all know what he had in mind.
Well, escaped the victory, I think it was, wasn't it? A good ball in from Marco Asensio, and he could have. I think he could have went with it with his head, but he was determined to get the volley in. You can see he's backing off here.
He doesn't want to score an ordinary goal.
No. Oh, it's a difficult skill. Oh, here we go. Suarez.
Alba. Modric.
That's interesting.
Benzema.
That's very interesting.
Asensio. It's the youngster. He's got a big chance here. Pass it on to Ronaldo! He wants the ground to swallow him up with the whole world watching.
Wow, wow. Doesn't miss many like that normally, Cristiano Ronaldo. What a great piece of play on the counter-attack. Karim Benzema. Marco Asensio shows that pace I was telling you he's got, Rob. Lovely turn of pace. He outstrips everybody, puts it in front. Well, it's slightly behind, but he should have hit the target. He's got to score there, Rob. What a chance.
Well, some players go into a sulk. You know that Cristiano Ronaldo will not do that. That's going to hurt him. Iniesta. Oh, and there's Suarez. Top class once more from Keylor Navas.
Wow, wow, wow.
Adding to his collection of saves.
End-to-end stuff we've got here, Rob. Both sides should have scored. Good play, Andres Iniesta. Outside of the right foot, into the path of Luis Suarez. Great technique to get his knee up and over the top of the ball in. Reflex save from Keylor Navas. Brilliant.
What a wonderful exhibition. World-class ball. Tremendous volley. Incredible save. Messi. Marcelo takes it off. This is not a game that's good for fans of a nervous disposition. Rakitic. Carvajal.
As well. Toni Kroos is just slacking a bit for me, Rob. I don't know if he's run out of steam.
Gets around. Casemiro, Messi. The one man who's standing between Barcelona and a goal at the moment is the excellent Keylor Navas. Ronaldo collides with Antita.
Yeah, I think Toni Kroos should be doing a lot more in the middle of the park. He's not doing enough for me, and that's maybe why Casemiro's overloaded. That's a great strike. Good height for the keeper. You expect him to save that. But this one, I thought...
Well, had he finished it, the decision may have been a big one for the assistant referee on the far side. It did appear when the ball was played that Ronaldo was slightly ahead of him.
Well, maybe.
It always appeared that Cristiano Ronaldo was always going to score.
Well, they usually get one offside goal a game, don't they? As Bayern Munich.
Jerry.
This is great goalkeeping.
Well, 20 minutes almost gone in the second half. And Andre Gomez is thrown on for Paco Alcácer. Casemiro, who didn't think he'd go the full 90 minutes, is taken out of the mix, and Kovacic comes on. They couldn't risk one more loose challenge from the Brazilian, who's kept things tight in midfield and scored that Real Madrid goal, of course. Sergio Roberto to Suarez. Rakitic. served from Toni Kroos. Luka Modric. Tremendous ball. Ter Stegen has to commit.
Does well.
Sweeps and keeps.
Does very well.
A little extra space in midfield as these two teams readjust to their manager's thinking. Barcelona sacrificing a striker for a midfield player. Then the Iniesta will go players part of a front three. This is great from Marcelo. Good cross. Jordi Alba deep in concentration. Busquets. There was a question being asked by the Real Madrid supporters regarding a handball. Busquets. Umtiti. 81,000. The official attendance at the Bernabeu this evening. They were actually unsold seats, but they were in the Barcelona section. Jordi Alba. Gomez. Just introduced to the game. It's a disappointing cross by Andre Gomez. Messi gets stuck in. This is Kovacic, who brings a different dimension to the Real Madrid midfield. Asensio playing the Gareth Bale role. Ronaldo makes an angle for him. Asensio! Oh, went for the element of surprise, and Ter Stegen follows rule number one of goalkeeping: never get beaten at your near post.
Well, he almost was. That was very close. Great strike from the young Mallorcan player. Hits the target, forces another good save. We've seen some excellent goalkeeping role in the second half. That's why we haven't had any goals.
It's a game that never needs hype, and it's living up to the historical value. The 174th El Classico. What's in the final chapter? This is Jordi Alba. Lionel Messi. Rakitic teases Real Madrid. Tries to find the gap. Rakitic!
Oh, what a goal.
Stunning goal! Patience pays off! And you can see what it means to Luis Enrique.
Wow. That has stunned the crowd here at the Bernabeu. It's his 8th goal of the season, Rob. That's his best goal of the season, I'll tell you. It's going to keep the league title ahead. Comes from nothing, inside on his left foot, looking for the far corner. Absolute superb curling. With his left foot, that's brilliant. Oh, take a bow, Rakitic. 2-1 to Barcelona, and the league title still up.
Well, he was perfection. It had to be. To sneak it past Keylor Navas, who has been in world-class form. And Luis Enrique leaps off the bench like he's scored a goal in a Classico, which he has done, of course.
It's the only place it can go in. Absolute top drawer. And there's a disconsolate Keylor Navas, Ronaldo, but they've got 17 minutes left to save it.
Away goes Cristiano Ronaldo. Draws PK. Corner. Oh, this is intriguing. I'm aware there's a great series on television tonight, but that's what the Sky Plus is made for. Keep your eyes on this one.
You can't miss it.
Over the hero in a line of duty here. Toni Kroos. Keeper stays on his line. It's headed away by PK. Modric. Kovacic. To Marcelo. What's the big space in the Barcelona defence? Ronaldo! Oh. Looks like Ronaldo.
That's a huge mistake in the Barcelona defence here. Oh, there's at least 2 offside. At least 2 offside. That would have been controversial.
Well, Real Real Madrid have specialised in dramatic late goals. Scored the 90th minute last week against Sporting Gijón. The game before that, of course, was the 77th minute against Bayern Munich. Going to a frantic final 15 at the Estadio Bernabeu. The previous meeting between these two sides was decided right at the death when Ramos scored. Modric. Luka Modric taking on a more prominent role now. Gross. Modric. Now it's Barcelona's turn to sit back and to absorb. Toni Kroos. Modric.
It's a back six for Barcelona at the moment, Rob.
Oh, that's an obstacle, and the other obstacle is winning over the Real Madrid supporters. As it stands, Barcelona will go level with Real Madrid at the top of the table. And if it came down to the head-to-heads at the end of the season, they'd go to goal difference in Spain. So head-to-heads, Barca would have the advantage. Though do have that game in hand against Celta, whose eyes are firmly fixed on the Europa League and Manchester United. Benzema quickens the pace. PK is the rock-like figure for Barcelona. Oh, Messi. It's one of those tackles where Ramos had committed himself to the ball. Oh, straight red! Ramos is off.
Goodness.
Well, the referee didn't even consider that. He turned it. He was about to speed past him. Ramos had committed himself. And for the second season in a row, Sergio Ramos is sent off against Barcelona by the same referee.
Well, he has these rash moments, Rob, and he has thrown himself in. My first thoughts were it was probably a yellow, but let's have a look, see. I think he's right, because he does go in two-footed, Rob. He's every right to send him off. That's a two-footed, that's a really rash challenge. And if he makes proper contact, he could have broke his leg.
I'll do my best, Jerry, to play devil's advocate, but
that's a yellow, that's a red card.
There's no defence for Sergio Ramos. When you see it in slow motion, and you'll see the referee was in the frame of the picture as well.
Yeah.
He had a good view. He gave himself half a second to think about it. Sergio Ramos is dismissed.
It's a red card for me. Two-footed challenge, dangerous play. Don't think the referee had any choice.
I'll tweet you later. Ramos and PKM do have a social media presence together. I don't think he's inviting him for a half a lager in the players' bar, Jerry.
Well, the result stays like this.
I think my red cards are up to date, and I make that the 22nd red card of Sergio Ramos' career.
Yeah. Don't know anybody else has had any more, do you?
And Messi is recovered, which was almost sawn in half. Kovacic nervously gives the ball away.
This is the goal. What a great goal it is as well. Top door strike from Rakitic. It's Barcelona firmly in the driving seat.
And Ramos has rarely been away from the headlines this season, mainly for the good reasons. But this evening, he is the villain of the piece.
And we know he won't be scoring last-minute equalisers.
Messi. Andres Iniesta. Busquets. To Gomez. Oh, brilliant ball by Suarez. Andre Gomez. PK's in the centre-forward position. PK! Keylor Navas keeps this game alive.
Another brilliant save from Keylor Navas. PK will feel he should have scored. He's had a header save. And have a look at that 1-2 from Suarez and Andre Gomes. Wasn't sure the pass was great, but it was. That's a brilliant piece of goalkeeping. Keylor Navas spreads himself really well and saves it.
Yes,
oh, look at this,
Ronaldo. Ronaldo slips. Gerard Piqué.
Well, James Rodriguez is stripped and ready to come on. I don't know who for.
Busquets. Suarez to Messi. It's 3-on-2.
It's
in their favour. No, Kovacic is taking one for the team.
Yeah, yellow card.
Well, they're not disputing the foul, they're disputing at the other end of the field that they should have had a corner. This is where they went toe-to-toe. Zidane was about to make the change, and Ronaldo was right, it should have been a corner.
Yeah, it was a corner. I had no argument about that, Rob. But the linesman can't give it if he doesn't see it, and he obviously hasn't seen it. And the referee can't give it out either. But it's Benzema who comes off. It's Benzema's come off for Rodriguez.
Iniesta. And quite often the supporters question the substitutions of Zinedine Zidane when they're made. Not always when they see the final outcome, but they've taken off the centre forward and brought on a creative-minded James Rodriguez. Man who cost them €80 million from Monaco.
Clever play, Sergio Busquets. Really clever play to win that free kick.
Messi. He's been in menacing form, Lionel Messi. Keylor Navas.
I think he's made more saves now than Ter Stegen, Rob. And I'm saying something, he didn't make a save in the first 30 minutes.
He's certainly not losing his powers, Lionel Messi.
Well, that man turns on a sixpence, gets past Toni Kroos and then unleashes that shot.
I think we said in a goal of his a few years ago, he was at the peak of his powers, how wrong we were. He's never peaked, he just continues, he flatlines.
7 minutes to go. A lot to do. Free kick given away, a lot to do for Real Madrid. Marcelo fought Rakitic.
Evening up a little bit. Stegen's made 9 saves, but Keylor Navas has made the more PK exploit. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. Marcelo is to the left-hand side. Marcelo flies it over the top. He's the freshest man on the field, James Rodriguez. James. Carvajal. It's time for Real Madrid. 10-man Real Madrid to gamble.
Oh, that took a deflection. Strike from James Rodriguez from outside the box. And once again, Ter Stegen in the right place.
Rodriguez was the must-have player after